All right, let's just real quick talk about the CLWA merger. I don't know, did anybody look at the Signal opinion a couple of days ago? And we had another opinion piece by Maria Gutzeit along with Bob DePrimo. And what just frosted me was she said, let's do a quick refresher. Well, a quick refresher, this was a quick new spin on what's going to happen, right? All of a sudden now, this particular op-ed talked about consolidating CLWA and New Hill Water is all about settling a lawsuit. Wait a minute, I thought this was about One Valley, One Water. A new district would reduce costs and increase water reliability to begin to unify our valley's water management. I guess that's true. If you have 5 entities and you put 2 together, I guess that starts the unification. And then they said, we began to ask our customers their opinion. Did anybody recall going to any of these meetings where they really want to know our opinion? No, they told us they were thinking about this and they'd tell us what would happen when it was done. And we had an independent third-party financial operations and governance study completed and issued to our customers. Now, I've been trying to find it. I'll continue to go on trying to find it. I will call Maria tomorrow and ask her where it is, and I'll bring it back to you if I can. All right? So according to the article, in December of 2016, the boards voted 14-1 to move forward with the settlement. Not with unification, with the settlement. And then Wilk comes up with this bill, 634, and the Valencia Water Company and the Waterworks District 36 is not included. Okay, so much for One Valley, One Water. According to the Regional Urban Water Management Plan, New Hall Ranch is on its own water supply using a combination of water purchased and recycled. Now, part of that recycled water was what Ed Dunn was talking about, is that according to the deal they made, they're purchasing all of the recycled water coming out of the Valencia Water Treatment Plant. Well, at the same time, CLWA is telling us they're going to take that water and they're going to run purple pipe to Central Park. So here again, we've got people telling us 6 different things about what's going to happen in 6 different places. Sally White came up with an article. I just love it, SCV Voices, and it was an issue about the SB 634 coming before the City Council. City Council says, we're not going to issue anything in support of the merger. Let's just talk about the bill, and we'll vote to support for continuing work on the bill. What do you think, I'm stupid? I mean, if it isn't saying that you want the bill to go through, that you're supporting the merger? You know, it's amazing what's going on here. LAFCO, with my buddy Paul Novak, says they oppose it unless it includes the LAFCO organization. And I got to tell you, you know, LAFCO is a state organization. Sounds like and unfortunately, since we are Los Angeles, it comes out LAFCO. But it is the organization that will allow the city to increase its sphere of influence, or every time that they do an annexation, they have to go to LAFCO to make sure that they can provide the services. And I've had personal dealings with Paul Novak, especially around determining the location of a homeless shelter, and he's a really good guy. So I'd like to see him involved in this. Then we had Jeremiah Dockeray talk about on the 18th. He's a member of the Castaic Town Council in Scope, and he's talking to us about the fact that, he is in Water District 36, and he said, well, B.J. Atkins and Maria had met with the supervisor, and they had an ad hoc meeting. So there's no information about this. We're trying to find out what's going on, but we don't know. So and we've got people like Mr. Martin, who says this is in the best interest of the Santa Clarita Valley. I don't really see how it is. There's more to this than what we're being told. It doesn't work when you. So Scott was asked, what about inclusion in District 36? He said, well, it's not currently in the bill. I've talked with the county. They do want to bring it in. Maybe we can bring it in sometime in the future. And So Jeremiah is saying the same thing I am. We're hearing one thing from one group and something else from another. So what? Oh, go ahead. Go. You want to ask a question?
One of the members of CLWA tendered his resignation, and he was just reelected. So what I suspect will happen, of course, is that the CLWA will appoint somebody to take his position, and I feel like there should be an election, and because CCAC largely includes, that district includes largely Newhall Water, that would be a good opportunity to make that an issue for public discussion during an election. I'm getting that. Someday I'm going to understand it. But.
Well, I think you're right. But we know what's going on. Yeah, we know what's going on. What's going on is you appoint somebody that's going to do what you want. So what my question is, what happened to One Valley, One Water? This is not One Valley, One Water. This is not a merger of all the water companies. This is not putting a Santa Clarita Valley governance. This is a settlement between CLWA and Newhall Water. And then we keep talking about how this merger was going to save money, improve reliability. You know, I told them right at the first meeting, I said there's only 3 things that a normal water customer cares about. 1 is if they turn on their tap, water comes out. 2, if they make coffee with it, it tastes good. And 3, if their bill goes up or down, right? So how are you going to make this more reliable? Is it twice as much water going to come out when I turn the tap? What's going to go on here? Because they say they're going to save money. $10 million over 10 years, $10.5 million over 10 years. Sound like a lot of money to you? A lot of money in my budget, okay? But when you find out that that's $1.5 million a year, less than, I said 10, I should have said 14. When you find out that's $1.5 million a year, it's less than 1% of CLWA's budget alone. I'm saying, what kind of managers are these guys? You're going to build an economy of scale that saves less than 1%. You probably spent more than that to make this happen. You know, so it's crazy. And so the question is, why is this number of water board directors pushing this so hard? And I can only think, what are they planning to get out of it? And we don't know. So we're going to watch this play out, but I'm sure that we'll see the Economic Development Corporation and the Chamber of Commerce come out and support tomorrow. Yeah, I forgot. I saw this today. I had to scan it. You know, savings would reduce. This is when I said the Chamber of Commerce, Nancy Starzak. She put a letter to the editor in the Signal today. Said savings would reduce for customer costs or go back into aging infrastructure, which means they haven't been budgeting for aging infrastructure all along. Come on now, you know, that just says you're not going to see any money. So Maria Goodside on April the 18th said, the worst road we can go down is to discredit, and devaluate the truth. Come on, Maria, where's the truth? Let's hear it.